Yeah, hello everyone. This is the second lecture on ICS first unit. Now we will see what are the methods of measurement. There are two types of categories of measurements, methods of measurements. First one, here we have the first one is direct comparison method, and the second one is indirect comparison method. We have two types. Direct comparison method and indirect comparison method. In direct comparison method, the physical quantity is directly compared with a standard value. For example, I want to find out my bicep, the length of my bicep. So how do I can do this? It is a physical quantity. I don't know its length, but I can use a tape. By using a standard tape, I can find out what is its the bicep value. What is the bicep value? So it is a direct comparison. Now, time, you can look at your mass and find out what is time. Is a direct comparison. Mass, use a weighing machine, take some amount of mass, and keep it over the weighing machine and find out, you get a digit. Whatever the digit we get, that is a directly measured value. Now, now second kind, indirect comparison method. In indirect comparison method, the input parameters, the physical quantities, input parameters will get converted into a suitable form, and that form will lead to some indications. Say, it will change the displacement, it will change the length. So, like we will make use of that, and we will calibrate the noted values to find out the physical quantity. We will calibrate that final value. For example, a pressure gauge is there. Pressure gauge, important tube pressure gauge is there. What is a pressure gauge? Its function is to find out what is the pressure inside a vessel or a pipe. So how it will happen? The physical quantity is pressure. But how do we measure it? By using a pointer. A pointer will move. So the changes in the pressure will lead to the movement in the pointer. It is an indirect comparison method. I think we are clear with these two. Direct comparison method and indirect comparison method. So in indirect comparison method, we have some examples here. Modern tube pressure gauge, bellows, etc. Those are also one of the examples to find out the pressure. Now, the other category, other type of methods of measurement are, again, it is divided into three types. Primary measurement, secondary measurement, tertiary measurement. Primary measurement, secondary measurement, and tertiary measurement. In primary measurement, the direct, it is just a direct observation. Like, an example, this liquid is hotter than the other. By direct observation, by sensing or by observing, by looking at it, this rod is longer than the other one or shorter than the other one. This person is shorter than that person, or that person is longer, higher than this person. So it is a primary measurement, which is also come under direct comparison method. It also come under direct comparison. Now, in secondary measurement, so-called the translation or transmission or changing of the physical quantity from one form to the other form. That will happen in secondary measurement. Just like it happened in indirect comparison method, it is just elaborated and the types were given here, the secondary measurement and tertiary measurement. In secondary measurement, if the transition takes place one time single time the translation is taking place. The first translation, and then that will come under secondary measurement type. And tertiary measurement is two times the translation or transformation of the input signal will take place, and that is a tertiary measurement. For example, electric tachometer is for tertiary measurement, and boarded tube gauge is a secondary measurement. Now we will see a block diagram showing the transmission of signals. Bourdon tube pressure gauge, how it happens, the input. What is the input? Pressure gauge. The pressure is the input here. So the input, which is the primary signal, and this pressure will get translated to distance. When the distance is varying, it indicates the pressure is varying. If the pressure is high, the distance will change, will increase, and the pointer will begin due to some conversions, motion conversions, translatory to rotary, and we just find out the pointer movement. If it is high, higher movement, low, lesser movement. And first translation, the final one, the final conversion, pressure is getting translated to length, that is secondary signal, and we get output over the indicator. Similarly, this tertiary measurement, two types of translation. There are two types of signal translation. Signal translation is taking place here. The input of an electric tachometer or a DC tachometer is speed. The tachometer function is to measure the speed. So how the measurement is going to be, how the speed is going to be measured, the help of a tachometer, how the translation of the signal is taking place here, that we will see. Now, the speed is the primary signal. During first translation, the voltage, speed is converted to voltage. So when the tachometer device will be having an armature, where that armature is in between the magnetic field, north and south magnetic field. When it is in between the magnetic field, a rotating coil definitely will induce EMF. So that electricity, the voltage is induced in it. That is the secondary signal. After that signal, and the in turn is converted to length with the help of some other commutators, etc. That we will discuss in detail in coming classes. Right now, what we require is how the signal is, how many times the signal is getting transmitted. Here it is two times. Twice the signal transmission takes place, then that is a tertiary measurement system. So there are different. So again, summarizing this, methods of measurement, we have two different categories. First category we have direct comparison method and indirect comparison method. The second type of category it is primary measurement, secondary measurement, and tertiary measurement. Now we will continue on topic with elements of instrumentation. Elements of instrumentation. Yeah, here we continue with our second lecture, video lecture. And the second topic is generalized measurement system and its elements. Generalized measurement system and its elements. Here we have what are the elements or the stages, how a signal is getting transformed, transmitted, and converted to a suitable form, and finally we get an output. Now it has got different elements. So before that, how an instrument will work? First of all, the instrument will take an input signal, and what the measurement system will do, it will do some processes to it. After all the processes, the measurement system or the instrument will give an output, and this output must be in a suitable form. It should be read by an observer. It can be a pointer or a printed form. It can be a digital signal such that an observer can read this output value. It can be a numerical or a number. For example, if it is length, so many meters. If it is pressure, so many bar or meter per meter square. If it is force, so many newtons. Power, so many watts, kilowatts or megawatts. So that is done. That's the main function, how it happens. So generally as system. Now, what are the functions of an instrument? There are majorly three functions. First one, the instrument has to get an information from the measurer, which has to be measured or calibrated from the measurement, whose physical quantity is to be known, and that information must be gathered by the instrument. That is, getting the information from the measurement. Next, the other things, processing it. After getting the information, what it has to do? If any translations, conversions are required, then that will do. If it is not required, it will come under a direct type of measurement system, or it can be an indirect type of measurement system. Whereas where indirect type of systems, we directly measure the physical quantities, say length, mass, or the force, or weight. And in indirect type of system, the signal, the input signal is getting translated from one form to other form. For example, a boarded tube pressure gauge is there. There, the high pressure, if the high pressure fluid is entered into a boarded tube, a boarded tube is a elliptical or a semicircular shaped copper tube. If the pressure is high, the tube will move like this. It will move, like up or down. If it is high, it will move like this. So this movement lead to, in turn, the end of this is linked to some other gear, pinion, or a sector, and that will in turn, in connection with a pointer, this movement will lead to the movement of the pointer. So these many conversions are there. If any conversions are there, that will do. That will come under processing the information. What it is doing? It is not simply taking the input and giving output. So many things are happening in it, just we discussed before. It can be a primary method, secondary method, or tertiary method. In secondary method, the signal is translated one time. In tertiary method, signal is getting transmitted twice. And we have seen the example for tertiary, it is an electric tachometer, and for secondary, it is a boarded tube pressure gauge. So those things will happen in processing the information. Next, after complete processing, then what the instrument has to do? It has to present the information. Whatever information it gathered, then after it has to process it. It has to process that information in relation with the input signal. It cannot process like it is doing some other a process and producing some other output. No, it is not like that. It has to process in according to the input signal. Then finally the output must be presented such that the observer can read the output. So this is the main functions of the instrument. Now, what are the elements of a measurement system? So there are different elements of a measurement system. They are primary sensing element, variable conversion element, variable manipulation element, data transmission element, variable manipulation, data transmission element, data processing element, data presentation element. And the last one, the last person is the answer. If you raise to the other and this is, and here you have data storage or data head. Here, this primary sensing element and variable conversion element both together will come under detector stage. It is detecting. The instrument is detecting the signal, input signal from the measurement, from the output, sorry, from the outside. Next. Variable manipulation element, data transmission element, data processing element. These three combining these three together is called as intermediate modified state. Intermediate modified state. And finally, we reach the last one is answer. Now, what is happening in primary sensing element? In primary sensing element, the measurement will, from the measurement, the sensing element will absorb the input signal. Primary sensing element function is there. So, what is happening? Primary sensing element, what it is? It is taking some amount of energy from the measurement. That's why an instrument can never produce exact result experimentally. Because very simple. Here the primary sensing element, it is absorbing some energy from measurement. It will make use of energy from the measurement. That's why it will not produce the result exact results. Definitely we will find errors. Errors in measuring certain quantities. First we will absorb the signal from measurement. Then will be given to a variable conversion element. Variable conversion element means converting one form of the signal or the physical quantity into other form. That is, variable conversion element function is that, like a transducer. A transducer function is to convert one form of energy or signal into the other form. Variable conversion element. Next. Variable manipulation element. A variable manipulation element. Here, the variable conversion element has converted the signal into signal. But after conversion, the signal still seems to be very small. Then what it has to do? There must be an element which can magnify the input signal, the processing signal. If the signal which is coming out is normal, if it is suitable, then we don't require this manipulation. Where these are generalized elements that can be present in an instrument. If necessity is not there, then these things cannot be. All the things need not be there. All the things need not be there. Now, variable manipulation element, its function is to magnify, to multiply the input signal and to produce a higher, a greater signal. A variable manipulation element. Next, data transmission element. Again, data must be transmitted from gear to a shaft, or shaft to a gear, a sector to a pinion to a sector. So, the data transmission element should be there. Next, finally, after that, the data processing element is there. It is very important. This data processing element's function is to remove the disturbances like sound. If it is the signal is coming with a big noise, then it has to cut off that sound and it should produce a proper signal to the presentation element. By converting the input signal into suitable form, If the signal is in an unusual form, like with high noise or high frequencies of light, this data processing period must restrict it, control it, and should wait to a normal form, such that the data presentation element can present the signal in a soft manner, and then can be read by the observer, and you will get the readings, thereby the instrument is having these elements with the different functions. And this data storage or data element is the more element is there. Its function is to store the information. After processing, it will store the information wherever it is required, and just like a reservoir, it is storing wherever some data is required. We can take this. The storing purpose. We take the information and it removes data processing function is to recover instances and data manipulation element like a pointer or a printer or a report like or a system you get to generate reports. So that is a data presentation element. So which can be properly observed or read. It should be understood, well observed. And so this is how the information or the signal is getting processed, transmitted, first thing, getting the information. Where you are getting the information? From the website you are getting the information. And it is whether it is suitably converting it or not, these two will come under getting the information. Next, processing the information. From here again, manipulation. It is doing some process, manipulation. It is multiplying with some value such that it is magnified. The signal is getting magnified so that you can easily process it in coming stages. So, a manipulation element, next data translation element, data is getting transmitted into from one stage to the other stage, like from a shaft to a gear or gear to a shaft. And next, data processing element. From there, if we have a data processing element, we have this processing element, it removes disturbances, noise or unwanted signals that are coming along with the main signal. Because due to all these elements, some disturbances definitely will get generated. So, in order to cut it out, we are dealing with data processing element. And from data processing, we have data storing application. And from here, data presentation element, the signal is approaches or reaches to data presentation element. And thus data will be presented to the observer. Thank you, and we will continue our lecture in next video. Thank you.